Here's a look at the new PlayStation Plus. Hello friends, welcome back to Hyper4Games. My name is Joseph and the all new PlayStation Plus is finally here in the Americas. It has been out already for Asia and Japan markets for a few weeks and will be launching June 22nd for Europe, the Middle East, Australia and New Zealand. Let's take a look at what it offers. Starting from the home base on your PS5, you'll find the PlayStation Hub that was added with firmware update 5.0. When you move into that, it will show you which tier you're in. We'll also check how this looks on PS4 and PC later in this video. Once there, you can see all the categories for the library of games offered across all PlayStation Plus tiers, including Game Catalog, Classic Games, Game Trials, Cloud Streaming, and Monthly Games. And if you scroll down, you will see which benefits correspond to which tier. Essential having the usual monthly games, discounts, perks, online multiplayer, cloud storage, SharePlay, and exclusive PS5 features like Game Help and the PlayStation Plus collection announced at the PS5 reveal, which is retained. Extra adds a catalog of up to 400 games to download from the PS4 and PS5 library. By my count, there are 373 games, that is counting games with multiple versions only once. It's split into 5 PS5 only games, 34 games with both PS4 and PS5 versions, and 334 PS4 only games. Finally, Premium adds the option for cloud streaming, a classics catalog, and game trials. There are 15 trials and the catalog contains 13 PS1 classics, 24 PS2 classics, 1 PSP classic, 51 PS3 remasters, and 293 PS3 games to stream for a total of 397 additional games. Countries without streaming get deluxe instead of premium, so they will miss out on the PS3 originals that are streaming only. Everything else is likely the same, although game availability for all tiers can also change by location. These benefits are all stackable, so you get everything on premium and deluxe. You also have other options to browse by benefit type, several collections by genre similar to what PlayStation Now had. There's an additional section where you can see the classics catalog by platforms such as PS1, PS2 and PSP, PS3 remasters, and original PS3 games for streaming. And the last row shows the Ubisoft Plus Classics line, a portion of the Ubisoft Plus service included on Extra, Premium and Deluxe, with a starting lineup of 27 games that Ubisoft expects to grow to up to 50 by the end of the year. The last tab shows you the full list of games available in the service, which is 770 games for the US, again only counting games with multiple versions once. One of the things we're missing from the interface is a section that shows which games are leaving soon. You can only see when a game is leaving by going into said Games Hub. In the migration, if you had the basic PlayStation Plus, you ended up with Essential, which has all the same features and price you had. Everyone with PlayStation Now got Premium for the remainder of their previous subscription. In case you had both, you also got Premium with an expiration date based on the service that ended last, either Plus or Now. For anyone in the Essential tier, you're also able to upgrade to Extra or Premium by going to the PlayStation Plus Hub and choosing the upgrade option. The system will then tell you how many days you have left in your current PlayStation Plus, the corresponding prorated fee to upgrade to that tier, and when will be your next payment date. You can press square to compare the features for each plan so you can know the difference, and by choosing Compare Plans you will see a chart with further comparison between all plans. Once you have decided on which plan you want to upgrade, you can press X and the next screen will show another comparison between your current plan and the one you want to switch to, with the additional details of your current charge and next payment date. If you agree with all that, choose Continue and the system will show you a confirmation prompt, accept, and you will be on the chosen tier. You can pay for this with any of the PlayStation Store payment options including credit card, PayPal, or by topping your wallet with PSN cards. In the case you are not a subscriber to any tier, you can redeem a PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Now card, which will give you Essential or Premium respectively at the following rates. If you want to extend your subscription via the console, you can go to the PlayStation Plus Hub, select the 3 dots, and Manage Subscription. The next screen will show you the terms of your current plan including next payment and date. You can change your plan in case you want to upgrade or downgrade or buy again to extend for another term. After you are subscribed, you can extend your term with PS Plus or PS Now cards as well, which will add more days to the tier you are at this rate. And a pro tip, you can save money by stacking as many years as you can on PlayStation Plus Essential, then switch to Extra or Premium. The fee for upgrading is capped at 100 for Extra or 150 for Premium, regardless of how many years you have, For this, ideally more than 2. Doing some quick math here, 3 years of Essential runs you 180, then upgrading to Extra an additional 100, for a total of 280, while if you pay for Extra for 3 years it will be 300. The same applies for Premium, and the more you stack the more you save, even better if you can find yearly PlayStation Plus cards at a discount. Now let's explore the catalogs for each tier. Essential games are just like the games we have received every month since PlayStation Plus started. They are added on the first Tuesday of every month. In the month of June, these are God of War, Naruto 2 Boruto Shinobi Strikers, and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. The PlayStation Plus collection, as I said before, remains an essential perk, gives you a library of 19 PS4 games to download, but is only available to claim from a PS5. You can claim any of the library games by choosing download. These games will rotate, and once they are removed you won't have access to the game until you purchase it or in case it comes back. All of the progress for these games will remain in your system and can be backed up, so if the game returns or you buy it, you can continue where you left off. These are the games available in the PlayStation Plus game catalog. Trials work just like any other game, but with a time restriction which can go from 2 to 5 hours. Unlike demos, you have access to the full game for that limited amount of time. Games will tell you the amount of time you have left every time you start them, along with the option to go to the store and purchase it. It would have been great if they added that information on the game's hub. Save data and trophies will remain in your account, and you can resume your progress once you buy the game, or if it's added to any of the collections in the future. These are the trials available at launch. The Classic library is formed of PS1, PS2 and PSP Classics, PS3 remasters, and PS2 originals for streaming only. Classics may rotate over time as well, as Sony says in their website FAQ. Remastered PS2 games can be downloaded and some can be streamed. They were part of the PS4 remaster program for PS Now a few years ago. PS3 remasters can also be downloaded or streamed, as they are PS4 games. The rest of the PS3 games are streaming only. PSP and PS1 Classics have two separate versions for PS4 and PS5. PS1 Classics in the Americas are based on the 60Hz NTSC version, but other regions have gotten the 50Hz PAL versions. The games have different visual styles, including default, retro classic, and modern. As for aspect ratios, you can play in native resolution, 1:1, 16:9, 16:10, square pixels, and wide zoom. Other features include creating quick saves by pressing triangle and rewinding gameplay. They can also have trophies, but it's optional to the developer, and that means out of the launch lineup only Sony games have them. When you are playing them, the right side of the touchpad will be your start button and the left side works as select, and you can bring all the options I just showed by holding the options button. The full catalog of downloadable classics is the following. Streaming a game is the same as it was with PlayStation Now, there's not much new on that front. You can stream some PS2 games, PS3 and PS4 games to a PS4, PS5 or PC. Some of the PS2 classics can be streamed even though they all are technically PS4 games. As of this recording, PS1 and PSP games can be streamed despite Sony indicating the contrary in their original announcement. When you are streaming a game, the touchpad will work as you select and start buttons again, left and right respectively. Bringing up the PS5 in-game menu shows the streaming card, there you can close the game, manage save data, change stream quality, and more. PS4 save data for stream games are stored on a separate cloud storage, and you can copy between that and your Plus storage. PS3 games work in the same way with two separate cloud options you can copy to and from. You can bring up the PS3 menu from the card by choosing Show and Hide PS3 menu. These are the PS3 original games available for streaming. On the PS4 you can get into the all-new PlayStation Plus via the new app or the PlayStation Plus icon at the top row menu. The app starts with the latest stuff added for the collection, in this case Trials, and you can move to the right to see the classics, the extra catalog, monthly games, and cloud streaming. can also browse by the benefit type included for each tier: Premium, Extra, and Essential. On the Game tab you can browse all the lists by catalog type, but it's kinda tiring going through a full row of games and would be better if it showed the full list like on PS5. And finally you can see the full list of games including all catalogs into one. This screen also has the usual filters and sorting options to show all the action games, for example. If you know which game you want, you can use the search wide option as well. To manage your subscription you go to the 3 dots, More option, and Manage subscription. There you get the same screen shown on PS5 where you can upgrade or downgrade your plan for the next billing cycle. There's not much to say about the PC interface. It shows you the game categories as different rows, which I think is bad, and it doesn't have a search function or filters and sorting options. Streaming works just like shown previously from PS5 and PS4. In my previous guide I mentioned you require a DualShock 4, which was incorrect. That's what Sony recommends, given some games use the touchpad and move functions, but it turns out you can use any kind of gamepad. The new PlayStation Plus makes sense in some ways, I think even more if you were already subscribed to both Plus and Now services. For the same price you would be paying annually, you are getting about the same amount of games with added classics. If that's not the case and you don't care about classics or streaming, there's also a lower price option with Extra that should be getting newer games than what we were used to in PS Now, plus PS5 games which that service never had. It may not have first party games at launch, but it will have some indie games at launch like Stray next month, making PlayStation Plus Extra the most enticing for new users. The starting lineup is not the most exciting, especially on the classics front, but I'm personally excited for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Guardians of the Galaxy, and for more people to play Returnal. They will keep improving the catalog over time with more games on each of them. This month we just got Resident Evil Director's Cut, which was not on the leak information for the other regions, and hopefully the selection will be better soon. That said, I'm disappointed only Sony PS1 classic games have trophies, even if I understand they may not be implemented to have a faster rollout. I hope they consider patching them at some point. I also don't like Sony removing their own games from the previous selection like the Sly Cooper Collection or the God of War PSP games. I get it for third parties, but Sony's own games shouldn't leave the service after they are added. The people that lose big here are any gamers that subscribe only for PC streaming, as they will need to pay $120 now to have that option when it was only $60. To the point that I think they should have thought of having a separate Plus for PC, or maybe they will consider something like Xbox does with Game Pass for PC once they have launched more games there. The PC app literally only changed the logo, and I think it's hard to browse with only the titles moving from left to right, plus no search or filter options. One of the things I wish they changed is the 7-day login verification on consoles for library games. I get why you need to verify online since it's a subscription service, but I think it should be a wider span of time. Finally, it's really disappointing that there are 0 Metal Gear games. Come on, Konami. But what are your thoughts on the new PlayStation Plus? Do you like the game selection? What about the new plans? Share them in the comments below, like or dislike to show your feedback, check out other videos you may enjoy while you're here, and consider subscribing for more PlayStation content. Thank you so much for watching, my name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!